Welcome to the module called LDD HDD. This is an optimization module. So we have our strategy. Now we're going to start discussing some optimization techniques. We already discussed one, which is with the overextension. This is another one. The HDD and LDD values were created because there's a lot of games being played in the market to take your money. In the dashboard, which is typically at the bottom right-hand corner, there are two values, HDD and LDD. H stands for high drawdown, L stands for low drawdown. A lot of games are being played at the beginning of the bar with volatility. Once you break the previous bar high or low by a certain distance, you should not return back. If you do, there's high probabilities a game is being played. Let's go through some and break this down. If the HDD value goes from a black font to a green font, then it means you should not go back below the previous bar high. If the LDD goes from a black font to a red font, then it should not go back above the previous bar low value at all. So if you have the HDD green or the LDD red, you should not return back to the previous bar high or low. If you do, it means there's a high probability that games are being played and price can reverse on you very fast. The best way to look at this concept is to go for example. We're going to go for the bullish example, which deals with the HDD value. So on the bottom right-hand corner in the dashboard, you're going to get a HDD value. When price gets to that value, the HDD value will go green. Once it goes green, it should not return back to the previous bar high. If you're in a trade, you could change your stop from wherever it's at to the current bar low minus a buffer. So you could reduce your risk drastically. Here's the example here. Here's the last bar. This is the current bar here. The HDD value was here. Once price got there in the dashboard, the HDD value went green. Once it goes green, it should not come back to this previous bar high and break it and go lower at all. If it does, it's high probability they're playing games. So one of the things you can do is once you get to the HDD value here, you could change your stop from wherever it's at to the current bar low minus a buffer right there. If you're in a bearish trade here, this is the LDD value right there. Once price gets to the LDD value, it changes to red in the dashboard. Once you get red, it tells you that price should not come back to the previous bar low and get above it at all. If it is, they're playing games completely and price could reverse. So one of the things you can do is that once the LDD goes red, you could change your stop to the current bar high plus a buffer. Now that we understand the LDD and HDD value and the concepts, let's determine where to use that. If you think about the trading plan, your biggest risk is in the two-bar validation process. Because after the two-bar validation process, your trade is free. There's no more risk. So the best place to use the HDD and LDD is in the two-bar validation, specifically the entry bar and the second bar. So if you're entering a bullish trade, once you get to the HDD value, change your stop to the current bar low minus a buffer and do that for the entry bar and the second bar. And you also do that for bearish trades where once you get to the LDD value, you will change your stop to the current bar high plus a buffer for the entry bar and also to the second bar. By doing this, you're going to reduce your risk and avoid a lot of the games that are being played at the entry level. Once you pass the two-bar validation, it really doesn't matter after that point at all. You can use it, but in some scenarios, if you use that over and over in trade management as the trade's proceeding, you could get clipped. So the best place minimum to use it is in the two-bar validation process.